guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over a story that's definitely going to get you guys worked up. That's definitely going to get your blood boiling. Covering the taboo subject of wacko single MOMs. Now, why do I have to actually spell that out in code instead of actually say it? Well, because the YT police will otherwise flag the video. It's been done. The title of this story is, Am I the a-hole for denying to pay child support for my ex-roommate's kid? And big shout out to Ash for sending me this story. And guys, no joke, this is a story about a guy, he's 24 years old, and for a period of time he was living in a 4-bedroom house with 3 other roommates. One of the roommates was a 22-year-old woman who was a single MOM with a small child, baby, I guess under 1 year old. I guess they lived there together for a while. And eventually this dude moved out when he got a better paying job, a way better paying job living on his own. And out of the blue one day, she sends him a text, essentially demanding that he pay her money, child support, to help support her kid. Even though, A, he's not the child's father, B, he never had any type of relations with her whatsoever, just simply because they lived together in the same roof, and he was there, she feels entitled to money. To make it better, this guy, I thought she was joking at first, thinks that she's out of her mind. At that point, then she tried to try the lawsuit card, that she's going to sue him for child support, even though he's not the father, he never slept with her, nothing, didn't contribute anything financially to the child, anything that she could find, nothing. Crazy. And this goes to show you, again, the stereotype of these wacko single MOMs in today's world, particularly the young ones. Now, this doesn't mean that every single MOM is a wacko or pulls crap like this. I know some cool ones, but there are a lot of them out there. And I'm sure many of you guys have unfortunately known them, maybe dated them, relationships, or married one of them, and they try to take advantage of you. So, and also, guys, this is a story of how, in my opinion, how I've read between the lines here, connected the dots, how nice guys are taken advantage of. Because this guy's clearly a nice guy. She obviously could tell, and she wanted to see if she can try to milk him for this. It's ridiculous. He never had relations with her at all, and she's demanding child support. So, I'm going to get through this story here and go through it. It's not too long, but it gets right to the point. But the best part are the comments. So, it starts off. He says, I, a 24-year-old male, used to live in a 4-bedroom house with other roommates. Bree, 22-year-old female. Jay, a 2-year-old male. That's her son. And Alex, a 27-year-old male. Now, Bree is a single MOM, and she works in a customer support job, and Alex is a paramedic. Alex and I are not the biological father of Bree's son. I don't know who it is, but from what Bree says, he's an a-hole and deserves to be 6 feet under. Imagine that. A 22-year-old gal who has a 2-year-old child, and the baby daddy is obviously so bad that she says he deserves to be 6 feet under. Translation, bad boy. Big shocker there. I moved out of the house since I switched companies and make twice as much as I used to, and I've decided to live by myself now. So, a few days ago, I got a message from Bree saying that she needs child support money. I thought it was a joke and assumed she sent it to the wrong person. So I said, LOL girl, wrong number. She needs child support? Why don't you go to the baby daddy? Why don't you go to your family? Why is she going to this guy? I'll tell you why. Because her perception of him is that he's a nice guy. And he also moved out because he got a job paying twice as much. So she figures, hey, he's got money, he's a nice guy, I could probably get him to give in to me. That's how it works. She then said, no, my name, I'm serious. I need child support money to pay blah, blah, blah. I then told Bree that I will not pay child support money as I'm not her baby daddy, but if she needs to borrow money, then we can work out something else, but she will pay me back. Smack. You out of your damn mind? You're not going to loan someone like this money. You're never going to get that back. The fact that she's contacting you and telling you that she needs freaking child support money, essentially telling you to do it, and you're offering to give her a loan? You out of your damn mind? So you can see here, he's a nice guy. And I got no problem with good guys. I have a problem with guys that are too nice and spineless and weak. Now, Obviously, he's not giving in to her, but her perception of him is this way. She then wrote multiple paragraphs of text saying that her son imprinted on me and considers me a father and I need to be a good role model for him. The son imprinted and that he needs to be a good role model for her son. This isn't his son. This isn't his relative or nephew or anything like that. He wasn't involved with her. It's not his responsibility. But in her mind, I'm entitled to this. Welcome to today's world, guys. There were other things as well, but it made me want to shit a brick. I left her on read and immediately messaged Alex about what was going on with screenshots, and he was also bewildered. I'm not bewildered. I don't think any of you guys are bewildered because, well, shit, nothing surprises me anymore. Young single gal, single MOM, who obviously was hooking up with Chad and Tyrone, probably many Chads and Tyrones, baby as a result of it. Lived in a house with a couple of good guys, nice guys, and hey, maybe I can get them to give me money. Doesn't surprise me. Let's see here. She hasn't talked to him about money yet, but I did thoroughly warn him, and he's staying at his sister's house for now. She is still blowing up my phone and threatening a lawsuit for the child support and has been calling me all kinds of things. What lawyer, I mean, I know there are a lot of scumbag lawyers, but I can't see any lawyer. I can see her walking into the lawyer's office trying to get him to hire him for this job and be like, you probably laugh his ass off saying, how are you supposed to, what grounds do you have for that? It's not the child's father. You never slept together. Now, she could lie, of course, you know, but seriously. Or imagine going before a judge. Judge would laugh her right out of the freaking courtroom. Yeah, threatening me with a lawsuit, blah, 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 and calling me all kinds of things. I feel terrible since I care about her son and he's literally a baby, but I am in no shape. I'm in no shape his father or have any kind of responsibility to him. Again, the little nice guy clue. Feel terrible for the son. Well, it's not your problem, okay? Yeah, you lived in the same house. Obviously, you saw the kid every now and again. He's probably a good kid, born unfortunately to a wacko mom. But that's not your problem, okay? End of story. If she needs money, she can go to her family, but they probably want to have nothing to do with her. In her mind, it's easier to go from you guys because, you know, she probably wouldn't pay these guys back and be like, oh, well, you know, or say that she's owed that money. I know she doesn't make much money and is living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm open to lending her money. Smack. But this makes me feel incredibly weird. Am I the a-hole for not giving child support? Well, another smack for you actually having to ask that question. No, you're not the a-hole for not giving her child support. Why should you? Unless there's something he's leaving out, that maybe he did sleep with her or something, or took care of the child, or gave her money for the kid's clothes or toys, I don't know. And even then, that's no reason for him to being obligated by the law to give child support. Now, if he did loan her money, she might be able to twist that around, or a lawyer might, to say that, well, that was child support, therefore she's used to living that. Who knows? You never know these days, as the courts are against guys, and let's be honest, men are in some places even worse than others. It's like second-class citizens. But no, this guy doesn't owe her any money. But can you believe the nerve, the gall? And I'm willing to bet you that this guy was probably a good roommate to her. And this is how she thanks him, by trying to make threats and all that. It's ridiculous. So, for any of you guys out there who ever consider dating a really smoking hot single MOM, and some do exist, I want you to remember these type of things. I'm not saying they're all going to act this way, but some might. And you know, the old hot crazy scale, keep that in mind. Or those you think it's a good idea to actually have a roommate. That's okay. You just never know. Now, the fun part, some comments. One guy says, not the a-hole. I also wouldn't lend her any money based on her twisted sense of entitlement. A judge will laugh her out of court if she attempts to go to court for this. Well, I would imagine so, but watch what would happen. She'd go to the one court to have some ultra, out of their mind, liberal, progressive female judge that would actually say this guy owes her money, right? Another guy says, just piggybacking here, giving her money, even just lending it, could land up the OP in hot water. It could be construed that he felt a sense of obligation to her and the child, which could be twisted in court. There is a precedence in some places where someone who's not biologically related to a child is on the hook for child support if it is seen that they supported the child previously. Can you imagine that? You're just doing it out of the goodness of your heart to help, and then the same person you're trying to help out tries to sue you and say you're now obligated. I mean, you want to talk about no good deed going unpunished. I'm not saying that's what will happen, but if we go to her mental gymnastics, it's not a big stretch to worry that giving money, especially without written consent or the expectation of repayment, could be twisted as such. OP is not the a-hole, but needs to be careful. I agree. The odds are, yeah, she'd get laughed out of the courtroom, but he still needs to be careful. I wouldn't have anything to do with it at this point. I would ghost her. I'd block her in all accounts, all that. Another one says, do not give her any money, period. Why is anyone even thinking of giving money to someone threatening you with a lawsuit? Exactly. No. As soon as someone threatens legal action against you, stop talking to them. All further communication goes through the lawyers. That's it. Another guy says, she found out he makes good money now, and she thinks he's a bank. She's a gold digger who's trying to pounce at the most opportunistic time. She thought she could guilt him into paying with the imprinting a bit, but I'm going to guess that she had to look that up. She's a few crayons short of a whole box, not the a-hole. And I got to tell you guys, this is a new article or new post, and if there's no words that are that YouTube won't have a problem with, I'll post the link here, and you can see this. I didn't see one person that agrees that she is owed the money. Thank the Lord. There are some people that aren't total wackos that go on Reddit. Another one says, not the a-hole. Let her try with a lawsuit. She'll be laughed out of the courts. Just to add, it sucks that she's struggling single MOM, but she should be sending these messages to the actual dad or even his parents, not the former roommate. Well, I'm willing to bet you that she doesn't even know who the former dad is, or if she does, she knows she's not going to get any money, but it's easier, instead of going to the baby daddy or the baby daddy's family or her family, just to pull in some sucker nice guys, which at least that's her perception of this dude, to get money. But the odds are this guy, he's obviously a nice guy, but he's obviously not stupid, and he's not that much of a sucker because he's not going along with this. Although he certainly shouldn't lend her money. Another one says, not the a-hole, and don't lend her money either. If she's threatening a lawsuit, she could use that money you lent her as some sort of child support agreement. Keep your status as a roommate status. You don't owe her anything. I understand this will be hard being there are kids involved, but she needs to take that up with the court and with her baby daddy, not you. And the last one says, dude, not the a-hole. What is her problem? If she's on meds or forgot to take them. And I'm actually being serious with that. No way. Do not give her any money. I advise you not even lend her. If you lend her, you won't get it back. That's what I said from the get-go. She will say whatever money you handed her is child support and might set a precedent. I'm not a lawyer, but I do believe that the law in some places take into account whether a precedent has already been set. Stay away from her. If this is her attitude, then we don't know how honest she's been about the baby's father. I wouldn't trust a damn thing she says. And I got a question. If he's lived with her long enough and how long he lived with her, I wonder if the whole time she was probably sweet and nice and all that, and then he moves out and she wants some money, and then the real true colors come out. Because you can tell by he writes this, he's just completely baffled by this. Like he never saw it coming at all. And somewhere out there will be some bleeding heart that says, oh, you don't understand what it's like to be a young, struggling, alone, single MOM with a 2-year-old child. Yeah, that doesn't give the excuse to threaten good people that were obviously good to her and the child, because they were always living in the same house, with a threat of lawsuit and trying to get money out of them. Okay, there's no excuse for that. There are always options, and not go down that path. So I don't feel bad for her at all. I may feel bad for the kid, but that kid is not this dude's responsibility. Problem is, there's so many nice guys out there that would then feel bad for the kid and then do something nice to help out, and they're on the hook for the money. So no, absolutely not. Not the a-hole. This guy, cut off all contact. Do not give her a freaking dime. End of story. And if it gets worse, talk to an attorney. But anyhow, guys, like I said at the beginning, you can't make this shit up, and truth is stranger than fiction. All right, guys, that's it for today. Hope none of you guys have thrown your remote at the TV or something like that watching this video. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Really, comment down below. And guys, also, if you come across a really good story or article you'd like to share, by all means, email it to me, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. Also, this goes for personal stories. You got a good personal story you'd like to share with about your life, things you went through, experience, the type of content I do, by all means, email it to me. Just make it easy for me to read, and I'll definitely cover it down the road. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.